You can already see a significant rise in water levels. This is along the Mississippi River near Harriet Island. Officials say the Mississippi and Minnesota rivers might not crest until later on this week. So to help mitigate issues, 44 National Guard members are now stationed on the island to help pump water. We know dozens of National Guard members also helping out with the flood fight in Waterville.
The town is just 70 miles south of the Twin Cities. It's been battling catastrophic water levels for days now. It's where we find our Pauline Lee with a closer look at the destruction, and also, Pauline, how people can help when it comes to the recovery effort.
Yeah, we know a lot of you want to help. We have such great viewers here. And so LeSueur County has actually set up a fund through a local bank in town where you can donate. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But I know you can hear it behind me. It's the sound of some pumps in the morning. Let me step out of the way here. We're on the corner of Main Street and 3rd Street. As you can see, there's a couple of pumps here that have been running throughout the night. These are the pumps that have been manned by the National Guard. They have been here since yesterday. In fact, I just spoke with that National Guard member just across the street here. He says that they have been here since about 11 o'clock last night, and their shift doesn't end until about 7 o'clock this morning. But their goal is to make sure these pumps work all throughout the night. So there's 7 stations throughout town here, and they have various pumps at each. Some of the pumps, they tell me, went down overnight, but the town crew has been great to get them back up and running so they can get that water moving here. Now, this gentleman here is actually one of 44 soldiers of the National Guard here and monitoring those pump stations. This is actually the first request for help for the National Guard that they've received this year. These are men and women, by the way, who have outside day jobs, and many of them are volunteering their time to help. And it's much needed, as some residents are now just getting that firsthand look of the damage left behind in their homes.
Everything's pretty well floating around. My TV's underwater. The refrigerator got popped up in the air. My bed's under. Everything's underwater. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen anything like this.
And you know, that's the same story for so many residents here in Waterville. So if you'd like to help, as I mentioned, the county set up a fund through the Franson Bank and Trust. That's a local bank here in town. You can donate by mail, or you can also donate online. And they do have more information on the Watertown website. You can find all of that information there, and some more good information as well if you also need help, whether that be through shelter, how to get rid of damaged materials because of the flooding. All that good stuff is on that website as well. And then we're also going to talk more coming up in just about a half an hour or so. The Red Cross is also here, set up a number of shelters across Minnesota. One of them is here in Watertown. We'll have more on their efforts to help coming up, guys.
Just grateful for the Red Cross, for those Guard members taking that overnight shift, because you know people in Waterville have not slept and have a long road ahead of them too. Pauline, thank you. We'll check back in just a bit. Northfield also approaching historic flood levels as businesses in that area look to protect their property. The community there trying to minimize water damage from a swollen Cannon River.
We know thousands of sandbags are protecting riverside businesses by creating a wall. The river crested Sunday night unofficially at a record high level. Northfield's police chief says he expects it to still be at flood stage through this Friday.
From a climate change perspective, we're having amplified hydrology in Minnesota, so a lot more of these flood events than they used to happen in the past. So I think there were 5 100-year floods in the last 15 years, and this might be 6.
It's amazing just to see how fast that water is moving too. Northfield city leaders say do not bike, drive, or walk through barricaded areas, and call 911 for any emergencies. Our recent rains formed also some road hazards along Superior National Forest.
So there's a sinkholes right on Gunflint Ranger District. Thank you to Jay Lambert with the National Forest Service for snapping this picture. It does look big enough to cause damage to most vehicles here. The storm damage is causing the Forest Office to close much of the park. The forest supervisor says it is too dangerous right now for visitors, and there has been too much damage to the park's infrastructure. So all of the roads, trails, canoe routes, recreation sites, and wilderness entry points are shut down until further notice. In communities across parts of Iowa, they are also dealing with devastating flooding.
Governor there, Kim Reynolds, declared a disaster for 21 counties. Many people have been ordered to evacuate. The northwestern corner of the state has seen catastrophic flooding. Streets are now rivers in the town of Spencer, and neighbors have no place to go in some situations. We're told many people there do not have flood insurance.
I woke up and saw the water coming in to the bottom of the windows, and I'm like, we're underwater. I've been in Spencer since 2nd grade.
we know more and more parts of the state, they are underwater as we continue to deal with some of the massive flooding.
Many agencies turning out to help, including the Red Cross. Pauline Lee joins us live this morning in very hard-hit Waterville here with a closer look at that organization's efforts. And Pauline, these folks are going to need a lot of help as they start this cleanup process.
A lot of help both financially and in manpower to clean up too. So this morning, photographer Nick Boki and we actually traveled back to one of the first places that we went to late last week to show you some of the flooding damage. You remember that RV park that we showed you? It is still flooded underwater. And if you look to my right over here, this is where the water tower was. This is where we showed you some of the initial flooding. That parking lot is now all underwater. And just across the way here, this is the village in Waterville. This is the community and event center. This is where the Red Cross has set up shelters, and you can see the sandbags that are lining the sides just in anticipation of the water to reach the grounds here. As you can see, they are here. They're always showing up in times of crisis, right? Whether it's severe weather or a fire, or in this case, catastrophic flooding. The Red Cross's shelter here is off of North First Street. The shelter itself is actually one of a handful set up across Minnesota and other locations, including Jackson, Mandalia, Cook, and Duluth. There's also several locations in South Dakota as people there are also impacted by the devastating floods. The Red Cross says shelters are a great place for safe people to find a place to sleep if they don't have one. People affected by the flooding, finding essential resources, including food, water, emotional support, and more information about how to pick up the pieces. Now, I just checked in with some of the volunteers over there. They said about 11 people stayed overnight. That includes children. They do have room to help more than 100 people. And there's also talks of setting up a new shelter today in nearby Faribault. Now, if you can help, you're asked to call 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's whether you want to volunteer, whether you want to make a voluntary monetary donation, or if you need help yourself, that's a good number to reach out to as well, guys.
So many people are going to be needing help in the coming days and months and even possibly years, Pauline, because just seeing that devastation, and community members have said it before, they have not seen something like this before. A 5-year flood that's occurring, it feels like all the time now.
Yeah, we talk about the physical recovery, right? You see the water here, you can see the damage that it creates, but we don't talk about the emotional toll that it takes as well. I mean, these are people's livelihoods, their businesses, the homes that they've had for decades that they now have to either rebuild or maybe move out. And that's a lot to handle on top of just the physical recovery efforts that will happen here for months, if not years to come, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Pauline Lee live for us in Waterville this morning. Thank you. Now, also this morning, the Rapidan Dam that's near Mankato, and it is what they're calling imminent failure condition. The Blue Earth County Sheriff's Department describing it that way. So
built up debris caused the Blue Earth River to make its own path around the dam. Look at these aerial shots. This dam built in the early 1900s. Now, it has experienced flooding damage before, but nothing quite like this.
We are here to tell the people, the local communities, that we got their backs, Democrat and Republican working together, and that we're going to do all we can working with the governor and Senator Smith to make sure we get the funding to recover.
Now, if there is a full collapse of the dam, county leaders say the river could rise another 2 feet or so. Now, there is a levee system protecting the city, and they are confident it will hold up. So right now, there are no plans of any sort of mass evacuation. The Blue Earth County Sheriff says he's hopeful the river requests by today. That way they can fully assess the damage.
Xcel Energy says it has restored power to about 600 homes and businesses that are near the dam. 600 people without power last night. Now, we did check in this morning. The power was restored right around midnight.
And today, Governor Tim Walz and Senator Amy Klobuchar, who we just heard from, they will take an aerial tour of southern Minnesota.
Look at a bird's eye view of that high water impacting homes and businesses. State leaders have declared a partial activation at the state's emergency operations centers. So partner state agencies are working together to coordinate what they call a One Minnesota effort. National Weather Service meteorologist says that the concern is far from over.
But any additional rainfall at this point is just going to add to the floodwaters. The ground is saturated. It has nowhere to go. So whatever falls, as little as it may be, will only make things a little worse.
Governor Walz says that 40 counties are impacted by flooding. Now, 7 have asked for emergency assistance. Minnesota GOP leaders say that Governor Walz, though, should be doing more.
Several Republican U.S. representatives from Minnesota sent him a letter urging him to make a federal disaster declaration. This would give communities more resources to recover and rebuild. So in a letter, those representatives said the extent of the damage is severe and has affected the lives and livelihoods of thousands across southern Minnesota. Governor Walz has declared a peacetime emergency. He also authorized the Minnesota National Guard to provide assistance.
A new council is tasked with making sure that Minnesota is prepared for these kinds of natural disasters. So this past legislative session established the Minnesota Advisory Council on Infrastructure, or MASI. This will work to find the best ways to preserve and extend Minnesota's public infrastructure. They'll also work with local governments to make sure that towns are resilient in the face of floods.
The town is just 70 miles south of the Twin Cities. It's been battling the catastrophic water levels for days now. It's where we find our Pauline Lee with a closer look at the destruction. And Pauline, let us know how volunteers can help when it comes to recovery efforts.
Oh, they can always use volunteers. We've seen that with the sandbagging, but we also have the Minnesota National Guard here. You could hear it behind me. You've got those pumps. They have been running throughout the night, working to pump out the water from the city, keep it moving so that it doesn't back up anywhere here. And of course, as I mentioned, the National Guard has been up all night making sure they run smoothly. So we do have Sergeant Will Wandersee here with the Minnesota National Guard. Good morning to you.
Good morning, ma'am. It's a pleasure to see you.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning. I know you're working on very little sleep this morning. So for our starters, you've got a couple of pumps here. These are one of 7 locations you were telling me. How does this operation work?
Correct. So we've got 7 teams out here, usually with 2 pumps, typically maybe 3 at this point. We work in 8-hour shifts. So we've got 3 different teams of 8-hour shifts that have been rotating around the clock the last about 24 hours or so.
Okay, so when we say rotating around the clock, the last 24 hours, I mean, what?
Did we lose Pauline there? I think that we did. But the National Guard, as we said, in Waterville this morning and doing that really hard work. I mean, this is the training that they go through, these citizen soldiers, overnight, taking the overnight shifts, because we know people in Waterville haven't slept for days. They have a long cleanup ahead of them. So we'll check back in with them coming up in just a bit, but we're very grateful that they are able to do that and be there. Governor Walz calling in the National Guard.
Well, Pauline mentioned this before, but the fact that they are actually volunteering, a lot of times they have jobs, they still work.
Absolutely.
They are volunteering their time to go down there to make sure that people are safe and make sure that people recover in that town.
Citizen soldiers there. All right, in Northfield, they are also approaching historic flood levels as businesses in the area look to protect their property. So on Saturday afternoon, people were there just capturing the moment, seeing for themselves the power of the swollen Cannon River. Thousands of sandbags are protecting riverside businesses by creating a wall. River crested on Sunday night, so this was unofficially at a record high level. Northfield's police chief says that he does expect it to be at flood stage through Friday.
From a climate change perspective, we're having amplified hydrology in Minnesota, so a lot more of these flood events than they used to happen in the past. So I think there were 5 100-year floods in the last 15 years, and this might be 6.
Northfield city leaders say do not drive, bike, walk through those barricaded areas and call 911 for any emergencies. So we know dozens of National Guard members are helping with that flood fight in Waterville.
We want to check back in with our Pauline Lee. We lost her before. Pauline, before you were speaking with someone from the National Guard who's talking about the efforts to protect Waterville. Bring us up to speed as far as what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, that's right. We know dozens of members of the Minnesota National Guard. They are here in Waterville, and they're mainly manning these pumps here that have been going throughout the night, making sure that the city can kind of get that water going and disperse so that they can try and dry out here. So I want to bring back in Sergeant Will Wandersee here with the Minnesota National Guard. Good morning again. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
So we have 2 pumps here. You were saying there are 7 stations around the town. How does this operation work?
Correct. So we've got 3 different teams going right now. They're roving on a 24-hour total schedule.
I mean, what are you doing? Because we're seeing hoses in the sewers. Are we trying to just pump it out of the sewer? What's happening?
Yeah, so we are continuously trying to basically flush everything out.
Okay.
Keep
so
everything moving.
Make sure that it doesn't back up in anyone's homes or things like that.
To my understanding, correct.
Okay. So now, obviously, this takes a lot of effort to keep these pumps running. I mean, what does it mean for you and your fellow partner here in the National Guard? I mean, you guys are working in teams of 2, and you guys are constantly up throughout the entire night. It's not a lot of sleep that you got last night.
A lot of it has ended up just working with Responsibility with these pumps is essentially just to maintain them and keep them working. For us, that just means essentially refilling them on a regular basis, usually about a 45-minute interval or so.
So every 45 minutes, you are walking this stretch of road, you're filling these pumps.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, what does this mean for you to be here? Because you were telling me earlier, this is your first kind of deployment to kind of help in a situation like this, whether it be flooding. You're a local guy, you're from Elk River, is it?
Correct.
What does that mean for you to be here and to help this town recover?
It's an amazing feeling to be able to come down here and help out our neighbors. It's truly amazing.
Yeah. And for your first time here, was this what you kind of expected, or did you not know what to expect?
Honestly, I feel like the Army is continuously throwing new expectations at me all the time, so this is kind of par for the course.
But to me, you were talking about earlier, the people here, I mean, what has that meant to you?
It's been fantastic. Largely, our night shift has been working really closely with the city officials and the maintenance workers for the pumps, and they have been fantastic.
Well, you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of sleep to catch up on. Your shift is almost over here. So we want to thank you, and we'll send you on your way because you have a lot of work to do. But we appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thank you. And also, if you want to help out, the county has also set up a fund if you want to donate too. In fact, if I just turn around here, there's that bank that's right down the street, the Franson Bank and Trust. It's right down Main Street. That's where the fund is set up through. You can donate by mail or you can donate online, and you can find all of that information through the town of Waterville's website as well. So, guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Pauline Lee live for us in Waterville this morning, a very active scene with the National Guard as well. Pauline, thank you. We appreciate that update. Parts of the Midwest are underwater. Matter of fact, Reuters reports more than 3 million people live in areas touched by flooding, all the way down to Omaha, all the way up here to St. Paul. In South Dakota, for example, we know at least one person died after heavy rains and flooding inundated the eastern part of the state.
Flooding has also caused a key bridge in South Dakota to collapse. The Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad Bridge is crucial for transporting goods. The repercussions, they say, will be felt for months.
And back here in Minnesota, more and more parts of the state are underwater as they deal with massive flooding.
Many agencies are turning out to help, including the Red Cross. Pauline Lee live in Waterville this morning. We know a very hard-hit area with a closer look at some of the organization's efforts and all of the resources that are now available, Pauline, to people, because you can see there is still a lot of water in Waterville.
There's a lot of water. And guys, we were just here, 5 days ago to kind of give you a glimpse as to what it looks like. But now as you're in the water, just give you a reference, I'm about 5 feet 4 inches tall. The water is almost up to my waist. My waist is right here. So I'm almost waist deep in standing water. And there's really nowhere for it to go because this is kind of where the Cannon River kind of meets the two lakes that are kind of surrounded in Waterville here. But off to my backside over here on the left-hand side, you see that road closure sign. You see that's almost underwater. And here's an RV park that we showed you last Friday. That is still completely underwater. Off to my right-hand side, it looks like this house is lucky. It looks like it's on a hill, but anywhere you look, there is so much water. You don't know where the river ends and the ground is supposed to begin here. So there is a lot of cleanup underway and a lot of help that is needed in this community. Let's talk about the Red Cross here, because the Red Cross shelter is just right off into the distance, right behind us here. And they do have a shelter set up at the village of Waterville. That is a community center. That's an event center here. So they told me overnight about 11 people stayed, and that includes children, but they do have capacity to help more than 100 people. This is actually just one of several shelters that's set up across Minnesota with other locations in Jackson. You got Mandalia, Cook, and Duluth as well. There's also several locations in South Dakota as people there are also impacted by devastating floods. Red Cross says the shelters are a great place and a safe place for people affected by the floods to stay and to find those essential resources, including food, water, that emotional support, and more information about how to begin picking up the pieces. So if you'd like to help, or if you need help, you're asked to call the 1-800 Red Cross number. Again, Red Cross could use more volunteers as well as monetary donations, because as you can see here, there's a lot of devastation, and this is just the physical part that needs recovery. We haven't even touched on the emotional part yet. And so there's a lot of emotions here. This is just a really tough time for this community. Historic flooding that a lot of people here who have lived here their entire lives haven't seen. The county has also set up their own resources as well, so a dedicated phone line if you have any questions about flooding, and if you need shelter, if you need a place to maybe discard some of those water damaged items, if you're already started to clean out, there's numbers on that for the county website as well. So guys, we'll send it back to you.
So grateful that the Red Cross and the National Guard are out there to help. Pauline, I do have a quick question though. Are you standing on what is normally a street? Normally some sort of land?
Yes. Yes, this is a street. Right over here should be a sidewalk, and this should be a property of some sort, like a front yard of some sort, probably leading to this house. There should be other roads over here that leads to those houses in the back that are also underwater. I see a boat in the distance. There's also a shed in the distance as well, but this is supposed to be a main thoroughfare through town here. This is actually the dividing line between the river and each side of town here it's incredible to see just how much water is still out here days after it initially fell, and it just continues to rise.
Right. Well, yeah. It's so difficult too because we know there are lakes and rivers coming through Waterville.
And I'm just thinking, Pauline, because as you mentioned to before, you alluded to it, she was just out there 5 days ago and it was dry out there. This is before we were anticipating all the rain, so to see it now, it really tells the story as far as everything that has transpired and how long the cleanup efforts are going to take. It's going to be going on for a while now.
Pauline, thank you.
This morning, we are also keeping an eye on the Rapidan Dam near Mankato because it is in imminent failure condition. That's how the Blue Earth County Sheriff's Department is describing the situation.
The built-up debris caused that Blue Earth River, I should say, to make its own path around the dam. Dam was built back in the early 1900s. It has experienced flooding before, but nothing quite like this.
We are here to tell the people, the local communities, that we got their backs, Democrat and Republican working together, and that we're going to do all we can working with the governor and Senator Smith to make sure we get the funding to recover.
If there is a full collapse of the dam, county leaders say rivers could rise another 2 feet or so. There is a levee system protecting the city, and they are confident that it will hold up. So right now, there are no plans of any sort of mass evacuation. The Blue County Sheriff says he's hopeful the river requests by today. That way they can fully assess some of the damage. And flooding is causing major issues for our neighbors to the south as well.
All new this morning, WCCO reporter Jonah Kaplan is in Sioux City, Iowa, with a look at the damage and the cleanup.
Heather and AJ, good morning. There is just so much water. I mean, of course, we saw the scenes coming from the Mankato area and that Rapidan Dam. We know that's about more than 100 years old. I talked to a lot of locals here about this railroad bridge. No one knows exactly how old it is. They just know it's been around here as long as they've been alive. And the current from the Big Sioux River, obviously this record height, it swept the legs out from underneath this bridge. And even a couple miles from here, Interstate 29, I-29, one of the main economic corridors here, that's shut down, connecting Iowa and South Dakota. And if you want to get around the detour, it's an extra hour out of the way. You got to go through Nebraska. There are so many people that are now just discovering what kind of damage is inside their homes. So even if the rain stopped a couple days ago, the disaster is very much far from over, because as they go inside their homes, they see the damage, they see the destruction, and they're kind of left with wondering, what do we do now? What are the first steps in terms of cleaning up, in terms of getting all of the sopping wet furniture out of the house? Then they're going to have to cut out the floorboards, basically get down to the studs, dry out everything. And then, you know, this is not exactly a big coastal area. Maybe some people have flood insurance, but a lot of the homeowners, a lot of the business owners we talked with, they do not have flood insurance. So what kind of federal assistance is going to be coming in here? So this is a story that is not just in the immediacy, but very much in the long term. AJ and Heather.
All right, Jonah Kaplan, live for us. Well, I should say for us down in Iowa, covering the story down there because, again, it stretches throughout the Midwest.